Hi, this is Easy Architecture Podcast. This is episode number 29, and this is Sean.
This is Guido.
We're two architects that talk about designs. This week, we're going back to our Dream Closet project, which has been on a bit of a hiatus. And we have an interesting subject. It's called Safari Closet.
Safari closet.
Right.
So why? Why are we doing this now?
I know it sounds
Safari closet.
right. Before it was a tree house, now it's Safari.
Tell the
We're
people
bigger. Next,
how
we're gonna
was
fit
our
an elephant
inspiration?
in.
How was our inspiration? Some sports.
Right.
Some.
Right.
Uh,
So I started, recently learning how to kiteboard, and as part of that, I actually got on this mountain board. So
specimen that you
which
have
is this
there.
giant, scary skateboard with big wheels, which makes any. This is like
We would love to have this as a sponsor. Also,
right,
but-
exactly. So it was a fun thing, and I'm really excited. But conversely, also mean I need a place to keep all these equipment.
Yeah, but explain a little bit. What do you do with that?
Oh.
It's like you go to a mountain and you go down.
Yeah, you go down.
using
It's
the wheels.
like you're skateboarding, except you're on
You-
a off
the wheels are
road.
bigger. and
Yeah.
Off road.
Yeah, this is sort of the mountain bike version. As compared to a
Okay.
road bike, what this would be to a
Yeah.
skateboard.
And do you use the kite sometimes? Or
Trying to,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit tough.
that's
We're
that's-
learning. It's all
that's,
part of the
that's
process.
what when you fall. right?
Exactly. Yeah. I fall and having the kite drag me across the field. Lots of fun. Anyhow, so we, I need to find a place to store it, which got me thinking that I need to start an equipment closet for all my, I have snowboard, I have skateboards, I have mountain board, all these equipment. Um, but I need to find like a theme, like we have talked about previously. You need a theme for your closet. And I was looking for that thing, and that's kind of got me thinking about this whole safari thing.
Yeah. Safari, we could say old style explorers, like end of 19th century, turn of the century, Indiana Jones or early 19th
Right.
century Indiana Jones style.
Mm-hmm.
Those explorers with those nice hats and like explorer gear.
Right. There's a whole like kind of style associated
It was
with
like
that
yeah.
look.
It's
know?
like some, people were, I would say that seeing those movies, from the maybe 1930, 1940, or even later, you could see that like that was like a special time.
Mhm.
Like there were a lot of things to discover. I don't mean that there is nothing to discover now, but right now it's kind of like easier and different to travel. You
It's
go to
it's so exciting at
Yeah.
the time. Like I remember, like in the beginning of every Indiana Jones movie, there would be a slow pan. The camera would kind of just pan across his office, and it'd just be all this wood panels, all these exotic, fun things inside glass cases.
Because I think it was in the office in the library or in the
Cambridge,
library of
whatever.
Cambridge or something.
Right,
You could see
exactly.
those dark wood veneer.
Yeah, it's a much more kind of a mature look. When you think like extreme sports nowadays, you think very young. You see a lot of teenager who's doing it. But I mean, for the older crowd, I think you need something a little bit different. And this is kind of the thing that we like to look at. So that of a safari room, a trophy room, or what have you. Of course, we like to assure you that no animal will be harmed in our part as part of our design. So but we still like to have that look.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't count that I had to smash a roach.
Right. Terribly heartless of you.
Yes.
So, uh, anyhow, to start, you need the one central like design totem as we have described before. You need something that kind of bring character to your closet that will define the whole thing. And what I thought was really cool is that if you could find one of those heads, that you always see these in trophy rooms, heads, of animals. Although of course like a actual taxidermy kind of creeped me out. Not to mention the fact that it's not, the poor animal get killed. But I found all these really wonderful ceramic version of goats, mountain, like mountain goats and moose and deers. It was just like fascinating to me.
Yeah, without hurting anybody.
Right. And also they look so cool and they kind of just have this kind of feeling of exoticness. And also I found it interesting that people kind of associate with certain animal with certain sports, you
Yeah,
know?
like you said, when you see a moose head, you immediately could see like a ski or snowboard,
Yeah.
these
And all
kind of
the
things. When you go to a lodge,
right.
the first thing that they have is like, because it's on the mountain, so you got those moose heads, on the wall. Yeah,
Yes.
that we are seeing right now on the screen. Yeah,
Exactly. And if you want to do like, for example, let's say if you're a mountain biker, maybe you can find like that of a mountain goat. Again, like it kind of evoke the sense of the environment that where you do your activity in. So there's a lot of options since of course these are ceramic, so they make all kind of things. Maybe
right.
if you're a runner and you have a closet for your running gear, maybe you could get that off a cheetah. So it doesn't have to be, again, the ceramic head is just one of the things you can do. You can also find pictures.
Yes, that
you
will be
know
much more affordable.
yes.
Pictures or posters or something related to.
Right.
Yeah,
And it doesn't have to just be one. It could be other photograph of,
could be a wallpaper.
right, a
A wallpaper
wallpaper.
with some motifs. Yeah,
Yeah. So it could be memento that you got during your travel. That's another thing possible that you can do. So these are things are kind of highlight your closet and bring character to it. For the rest of the closet, we would suggest, of course, since we're going with sort of an old world thing, find a way to kind of evoke that. A darker paint, something brown, or even if you can go as far as finding like, wood panels. So your closet is not very large. It doesn't take a lot. You can actually probably take apart like an old, boudoir that you found, like something off a flea market. They always have like headboards for beds. Maybe you can take one of those apart and use it, literally like hang it on the back of your closet and use it as a wood panels. So there's many things that you can do to change the surface and the feel of your closet. And then of course finding a cool light fixture that is overall looking also adds to it as well.
yeah.
So what kind of sports? I have a lot of crazy things like
I know,
rollerblade
I know.
stuff.
I'm
What
not
about
as
you?
crazy. Yeah, I do a lot of. I used to do ski before. Now I'm doing snowboard. So I got my big board on the closet, which is pretty much like 1/3 of the closet is occupied by my board.
Right.
But sometimes I'm thinking about, like having it outside. Maybe instead of being inside the closet, could be on top of the closet. Like to have two grabs and put it on top of the header of the closet, or
Right.
either trying to extend the closet to the back of my bed, which is really close, and then maybe to extend the finish, to extend some kind of wallpaper or something that you could see all together, bed and closet together, and then on top of that you could have, the sport gear, you know. I have a lot of friends who has that thing, like the snowboard on the back of their bed. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what they do. I don't know if they use it at night.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not.
In their
I'm
sleep.
not that sophisticated, but
Uh-huh.
it looked good. Yeah, I would say.
It's definitely interesting when you start having like something inside your closet coming out. You can hang like for example, you
Coming
can
out of the closet, like the thing. I don't know. This is what you want to say.
well like you
Yeah.
could if you take like one thing like if you have a gear equipment like closet, right? It's for snowboarding. You can hang like a snowboard like, on the door of the closet.
Right.
It tells you visually what it is.
Exactly. And
It
it make it
doesn't right.
make it look bigger and wider. But yeah. So what when we say snowboard, when we say ski, we would relate it with the moose head, right?
Right.
Like you see in every ski lounge resort. But what happened with other sports? I don't know. I play a lot of tennis, and I have my racket, balls, and everything, but I cannot find
a,
an
a totem
animal that I
animal
could
for
relate with.
Right.
So I would say, you asked me about that, and I couldn't get a precise animal.
Right. This is
What?
this is our challenge this week.
Yeah, we need some help.
Yeah, we need some help. We need to find what animal is synonymous with tennis. So please submit your comments and let us know what animal you think will work. So anyway, so that was our discussion. There's going to be a few more pictures on the post to show you some of the ideas, some of the light fixture we thought would be appropriate. So we're going to think about our Safari closet a little bit more in the coming weeks. Anyhow, until next time, this is Sean.
This is Guido.
And this is easyarchitecture.com. Please come and visit us and give us your comments.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Bye bye.